Hey everybody, this is Edujo and welcome to another video in our series on the maze games and the treasure hunt game that we are making. And in the previous video we showed how to add treasure and then collect the treasure. In the next video, in this video, what we will be doing is we will add a door to say that when we have collected all of our treasure, then we will go ahead and go to the flag, which will take us to a next level. So let's start. So first we need to get our sprite, just like before. We're going to call this one sprite. Let's do the flag first. We've got our sprite flag. We're going to load sprite. I'm going to use this flag. Sprite flag, blah blah blah. That should be fine. We'll say OK, and then we're going to collect another one. And we're going to call this one sprite door. You can obviously have any sprite you want for these things. It looks like I just have the one door, so that's fine. And I'm going to say OK. So then I need to change them into objects. So I'm going to say object flag. And everything can just stay the same. And then I'm going to say object door. And I never put the sprite in, so let's just do the door there and say OK. And then I just want to grab this one and say object flag, and there we go. So now we've got our sprite flag and our sprite door and our object flag and our object door over here. So we go to our level 1, just double click that, and you can see now if I click, now we've got our flag, which I will put there, and we've got our door that I'll put there. Right, so as you can see, the door is right on the edge there, and it's not in the center of the sprite. You can leave it like that if you're happy, because when you run the game, I'll just show you, when you run the game like that, then you will see, you don't see the little squares, you don't see the lines, so it'll just look like that, which is absolutely fine. If it does bother you, you can change it. How do you change that? I'll just double click that. As you can see, it's the block is 32 by 32. The height is fine. The width is 7 pixels out. So to move the door to the right, you can change that one to a -3. You can't do 0.5. You'll see that if you go 0.5, it doesn't like it because you work in the pixels. So I'll just go -3. That should push the door a little bit to the right, and now it's maybe better suited if you like that. Otherwise, you can just keep it the way it is. So the idea of the game is to go and collect all of the treasure, all of this treasure. Once you collect the last treasure, the door should disappear. So we need some sort of a control that actually checks whether or not there are any of the treasures left. If there is no treasures left, then the door should disappear. That's what we want to check. So what we want to do now is we want to check that when we are running the game, we want to check that the treasure is not all gone, or that the treasure is all gone. So we need some sort of event that occurs that constantly checks how much treasure we have left. And if the count is 0, then this door must be destroyed so that we can get to the flag. So that's what we want to do. So we're not going to do it over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the object door in this case, not the treasure, the object. I mean, you could sort of do it in the treasure as well, but I'm going to do it at the door. I'm going to double click that, and then I'm going to create an event that is called step. So what step does, it checks 30 times per second for specific conditions. So I want to select the step, and we want to check 30 times a second, or that checks 30 times a second for something. So when we go down to control, you will see we've got this icon here that says test the instance count. So we want to see how many instances of the object door there is. So you can see it tests the instance count of an object. We're going to click on that. We're going to select, so not how many of the door, how many of the treasure there is. So when the object treasure is equal to 0, when it's equal to 0, is what it'll test. So once this is true, then we want to go ahead and we want to destroy the self, which is the door. That's what we want to do. So just to say again, this tests at 30 times a second. If the number of instances is 0, the number of instances of the treasure, if that is 0, then destroy this instance, because the doors get destroyed anyway. So you're going to watch me play a little bit now. So let's have a look. Let's go grab, there's one treasure, and then I just want to make sure, in the same time now I can test whether or not I actually go through all the treasure, all the routes. So I'm going to collect this one first for whatever reason. I want to go collect that one. Then I want to come back and collect these two in the middle. So I do see that I have to really let go of the key before I can change direction. That could be an issue later on as the levels get more difficult. Right, I'm on 80, so I need to collect 2 more treasures, and then we will be there. So here we go, 1 more treasure. So now you need to keep your eye on the door. Does the door go? Let's have a look at the door. Boom, and our door's gone. So now technically once the door is opened or the door is gone, I can now go ahead and collide with the flag, and then that'll take me to the next level. Cool. So we've done that now. We've destroyed the instance, and then the last thing that we need to do for this one is when we collide with a flag. What happens when we collide with a flag? So that one I can go back to my object hero, add the event collision with a flag. What happens when we collide with a flag? Once we collide with a flag, we want to go and check something. We want to go to the next room, which is this one on the main, next one, but we can't do that yet. We want to check if a next room exists, then we want to go to the next room. We don't want to have a transition. So if a next room exists, then we go to the next room, is what we want to say. Otherwise, what happens? This one, check the previous, different room, restart the room is something you could do. I think for our purposes, let's just say restart the room. We can get rid of it in a bit. By the way, the effects is just some of these, but with the computers happen so fast, it doesn't always work, so I'll just keep that like that. So we're going to check once we hit the flag. If a next room exists, we go to the next room. That means the next level. Otherwise, restart the current room. So let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. And you'll be glad to know that you'll be watching me play the game again. So I will probably speed the video up now. Because now what's going to happen, the door will disappear there, and then we will go and to our flag, and that should restart the game. There we go, and then it restarts the game just like that. But if there was a next room that existed, it'll go to the next room. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. So in the next video, we'll be adding some enemies just to make it a little bit harder to get to the treasure, but not make the level too hard that people are discouraged from playing it. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.